Welcome back to the channel. Today, we uncover one of the dirtiest and deadliest covert operations in modern history, Operation Condor. While not a single assassination, this operation was a multinational effort that resulted in the systematic kidnapping, torture, and murder of thousands across South America. Backed by U.S. intelligence during the Cold War, Operation Condor served as a shadowy network for right-wing dictatorships to eliminate political opponents across borders. Let's explore how this dark alliance turned Latin America into a battlefield of secret terror. What was Operation Condor? Launched in the mid-1970s, Operation Condor was a coordinated campaign of political repression. It involved military governments from Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, and Brazil, later joined by Peru and Ecuador. These regimes, all right-wing, authoritarian, and anti-communist, formed a pact to share intelligence and track, detain, and assassinate dissidents. With U.S. tacit approval and logistical support, particularly from the CIA, they hunted activists, exiles, academics, and anyone labeled a leftist threat, even outside their own countries. This was state terror on an international scale. Dirty tactics and assassinations. Operation Condor wasn't just surveillance, it was an organized death machine. Victims were abducted from their homes or off the street, often disappeared without a trace. Torture centers operated in secret, and many prisoners were killed in custody or thrown from planes into the ocean. Some of the most infamous cases include the 1976 car bombing in Washington, D.C., that killed exiled Chilean diplomat Orlando Letelier and his assistant, carried out by Chilean agents. Tens of thousands were killed or disappeared, and countless families still seek answers. Why it's considered dirty? Cross-border assassinations. Sovereign borders were ignored in the hunt for political opponents. State-sponsored murder with no due process. Victims had no trials, only torture and execution. Foreign involvement. Declassified documents show that U.S. agencies were aware of the operation, and in some cases provided support or looked the other way. Secrecy and impunity. For decades, the governments involved denied responsibility and shielded perpetrators from justice. It was a brutal example of how the Cold War justified atrocities in the name of ideology. Legacy and impact. Operation Condor left a legacy of trauma, broken families, and silenced voices across Latin America. Trials in recent years, especially in Argentina and Chile, have begun to hold some perpetrators accountable. The operation serves as a powerful reminder of the dangers of unchecked power, international collusion, and political extremism. It was a war not just against communism, but against democracy and human rights. Operation Condor wasn't just a chapter of Cold War history. It was a global conspiracy to crush dissent through murder, torture, and fear. Its victims were writers, students, workers, and thinkers, ordinary people targeted by extraordinary brutality. The truth is still being uncovered, but one thing is clear: justice delayed must never be justice denied. If this story opened your eyes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the darkest corners of political history. Share your thoughts in the comments. Should the nations involved do more to seek justice? Until next time, stay curious.